All right, so following up from that last video that we did, we're going to come into our account, and over to the side, you're going to see something called contacts. You want to click on contacts. Now, this will let you know who has subscribed. You can also import your contacts. Import is over here. So if you've already been collecting people's emails, then you want to go ahead and import their contacts. Usually this needs to be on a CSV, CVS, or you want it to be on a like a Excel sheet, basically. So basically where it has different cells throughout. That is going to help you when it comes to importing your contacts. It's going to make sure that all of your contacts are in one place, and that you are able to import them. You can also click on create contacts, and you can create your contacts directly inside of here. Now, when you do that, again, it's going to allow you to do it. So going back over here, just showing y'all how to set it up, you're wanting to go down to forms. Now, landing pages, I highly recommend landing pages. The reason being is it's the page that a person lands on to get all of the information that they need about whatever your service or your product is, which entices them to subscribe to your email list. But today we were talking about forms, so I'm going to go and show you how to do a form. So we click on forms, and you are going to be able to hit create sign up form. Now, if you're doing this like on a website, then you can click pop up, or you can do a full page embedded. For this one, we're just gonna do TikTok subscribers. And remember, this is just a follow-up to what we've already been posting in the community. So you guys already know the site that we're using and how to do it, right? All right, so the first thing it's going to give us is our setup tab. And our setup tab, now remember, we labeled it TikTok subscribers. When you are labeling your forms, I highly recommend you label it for whatever either the product or the service is, or where you're placing the form. You might place forms in different places. Now, if it's a form that you're putting inside of like your link tree or your Popple, or like that link in the bio type thing, then you might want to go ahead and just make it a general form. But because this specific form I'm going to use for the TikTok subscribers, because I'm going to send out special emails to those individuals, then I'm just going to label this TikTok subscribers. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure that whatever you label it as, you know what it is for, because you're going to actually be following up with these people. Remember, we're taking them from engaging with our business on TikTok, or with us as individuals on TikTok, to actually building that community. And when we talk about building community, I have to know how to get back to you, essentially. Hey, Mega Meals, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. You are currently viewing the preview. In my subscription, what we discuss is all resources and tips relating to growing your business utilizing TikTok. So right now we're going over how to create a email sign up form through the email. Now, again, this is important for our business owners, or even people who are thinking about being a business owner, or even people who are thinking about just building a community. Everybody is on TikTok for a reason, and so you more than likely are looking to build a community. And building your community goes way beyond just having follows or just having likes and so forth. So going back into it, right? So we label this one as TikTok subscribers. From there, the next thing is our design. Now, it's going to give you two options. It's going to give you the option of doing the desktop setup, or if you toggle this on, what it'll look like on a cell phone. I suggest you do both. You check both, because it's going to put you in a position to design it and tailor it to whatever that format is. We call that a format. So if you're looking at something on your phone, you know it looks different than what it looks like if you were looking at it on your desktop. So because this is a sign up form, it's giving you like a generic what it should look like. But over here is all of our tools. So where it says build in our blocks is going to be all of our tools. So this is going to let us know this is our title. This will be our text. If we just want general text, we can add images. If we need to add a divider, we can add a divider. Attributes is usually like if you want to tag that person's name or things of that nature. Multi-list subscriptions, your single choice, multiple choice. This is if you want to ask them different questions. Maybe we had somebody that was our subscriber who talked about her lead generation page, which is, well, I won't go into lead generation in this moment because we already went into it, but the brief of it is your lead generation to it is what is attracting leads, what is attracting your community, right? And so she talked about how hers was a quiz. And so this would allow you to create like multiple choice to get to know who your audience is before they even subscribe to you, essentially. The GDPR field is going to be important because these things are going to allow you for security purposes. Anytime you have someone subscribe to your email list, you need to be able to get permission. You have to get permission for you to be able to contact them. You cannot just have someone subscribe and not have a privacy setting, a privacy and terms agreement, or get permission for them to actually subscribe. So keep that in mind as well. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate you, lovely women wear. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the preview. You are currently viewing a 60-second preview of our subscription space, and our subscription space is for business owners, those who are thinking about being business owners, or those who are looking to build community. So today we're going over how to create an email sign up form, and of course this is extremely essential. But thank you for tapping that screen. Thank you for sharing out the live. And yeah, I don't know if y'all can grab y'all daily heart me's when y'all are watching the preview, but if you can, thank you for doing that too. So all right, so again, newsletter. So let's say you wanted to change the color of this. You would just come in and you would click on whatever you want the color to be. Now, one of the things that I would recommend y'all to do is use your color palette. If you don't have a color palette already, which is usually what's going to be inside of your logo and all of those things, there's a website, and I'm going to show it to y'all real quick. It's called coolors.co, which will help y'all. So that's a free tip. It's called coolors.co. And when you go there, it's going to allow you to create a color palette, and you can save that. And if you're not familiar, your color palette is like when you go to get a logo made, when you go to get a flyer made, you want it to match whatever your brand colors are. So if you don't have brand colors already, then this is a place you can go. Like, we spend too much time trying to figure this part out, but this is the easy part, right? And so what coolors.co is going to give you a palette, as you see, and you literally click the space bar, it'll switch it out. If you come across a color that you like, or you're like, oh, I like that color, you'll go over here and you can lock that one into place, and you just keep on tapping until you find it. You might say, okay, I like this one with that color, so I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to keep going. Now, once you have all of the colors that you like, you can export this. So up here, there's this export tab. And when you export it, you can export it in different options as a PDF and so forth. Down here is what we call a hex code in a design world. And your hex code is like if you have a Canva and you go inside of your Canva, and you're choosing your different colors, this is what you would copy and paste to get this exact color. So if you're doing it yourself, you will use these colors, and you can even upload this color palette into Canva. That's a whole nother lesson. And that way, every time you go to create something in there, you can use your brand design, like you can use your brand template. Now, if it is you are sending it out to someone else, then again, you would just be able to send them the form that you exported, because it'll have all of your colors on it. Why is this important? So let's say I wanted to use this one, right? And this pink. I'm just going with this. I don't know why I'm going with pink, but oops, I hit the wrong thing. Let's see. Okay, so let's say I wanted to copy this and go back to our form Maybe it's because I had pink in my mind. So you see, this is a whole different pink. And I might have selected that while I'm designing it because it was like, oh, it's the same as my brand color, but it's actually not. So when I put it here, this is my brand color. Now it updated the pink to the same color. And so again, so up here, you would just, put your title. Now, we went over inside of the community about how to use ChatGPT for this. And so if I've already went into ChatGPT and I'm like, I already know what this was about or what it was that I was going to put. So I could be something like access. So on TikTok, we always talking about a hook, right? And so your title to get subscribers should align with whatever your hook is. Okay. And so I might not want to use access. Let's see the tips you didn't know. The things they don't tell you. Okay. So the things they don't tell you, right? And I might want to, okay, no, that's fine. Let's see. I wanted to, okay, so the things they don't tell you. And then subscribe to our newsletter and stay updated. Nope. So like subscribe to access the secrets about growing your business. And you would tailor this on TikTok. And you would just tailor this essentially to whatever it is that your business is about or whatever your community is about. Remember, the goal is to get people to give you their email because in return, you're going to be adding them value. You're going to be adding value to them, whether you're giving them tips. You can be someone who is a stay-at-home mom and you want to give more information about being a stay-at-home mom. Remember, we talked about, and you want to give more information about being a stay-at-home mom. Remember, we talked about I'm getting a call. Sorry. We talked about the purpose of building your community. I'm getting a call. Sorry. We talked about the purpose of building your community. TikTok. Hold on. Community outside of TikTok is so that if TikTok was to shut down the way it did before, right? Oh, we just upped the league. Congratulations to us. We're in the D1 top 100 or 100%. So thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for tapping the screen, for sharing out the live, for grabbing y'all daily heart me's. Thank y'all for watching a preview. If you are interested in seeing more behind the scenes, getting more tips, getting more video tutorials, that is what the subscription space is about. In that space, we talk about all of the resources and tips and tools that you need to grow your business, to start a business, or to build your community utilizing TikTok. Okay, back into it. So again, I forgot where I was going with it with y'all, but what your community, the purpose. So remember, the purpose is if TikTok was to shut down the way that it did recently, and a lot of social media platforms does this, right? And so let's say it's down for a day. Do you know how much you can monetize off of it being down for a day? People be going crazy. They be ready to, okay, I don't get to see what's going on in the world. I don't know what's happening, all of these other things. And so that puts you in a position to be able to send an email blast out to your entire community and say, hey, I know that TikTok is down today, or I know that, IG is down today, or YT is down today, but because it's down, I'm giving y'all a special offer. This thing is 50% off or 100%, whatever, not 100% off because then that's free, but you get my point. So you just want to be, you want to make sure that you are building your community on and offline is the purpose. So anyways, so we made it a hook. We used our hook, the things they don't tell you, right? So what is it that they're not telling me? Subscribe to Access series about growing your business on TikTok. Enter your email address to subscribe. Like, that's very, very simple. And again, I will go in to change these things. Now, when you have a button, there are a couple of things. So you can change, your background color if you want. Maybe I wanted to make it white. And then maybe I wanted to make my, my writing. So you go in, you can change your text. You can change the link. So you can like you can literally change everything that's on here, right? So you can change the way that your writing direction is. You can go from left to right to left, all of those things. When we're talking about the button, which is what we were just on, you want to go here. You can change the setting and so forth. So I'm going to change this back to something we can see. All right. And then y'all get the foundation of it. This is how you set up that form. Now let's go on to the next thing. So they're going to give you, so I'm going to go back because this is what they're telling you. The reCAPTCHA is basically a security feature. So if you're going in, that's this right here. You can add different blocks. So they want us to add a CAPTCHA. If I can get it over there. My mouse is broken, so bear with me. Okay, and this is pretty much how you add a block. You just literally drag it over there. Boop. And then you would have this in here so that they can click I'm not a robot and so forth. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. The next step. All right, boom. So now that you have your form designed, you will go in to select a list. So you can go in and create a list, or you'll already have a list. Now remember, the list that I've told y'all about is based it off of where it is they're coming from. So for me, I'm going to put TikTok subscribers, because it's just for this example. But let's say it was my link in bio, it might be link in bio. Let's say if it was FB, I will put FB, like whatever it is. And you create what list you want them to go to. Why are lists important? Lists are important because, let me make sure that y'all can see it. Lists are important because it separates your audience. So you might be getting an audience from an event that you went to. So let's say you created a sign up form and you had a QR code and you printed that QR code off on Canva or something, and you went to Dollar Tree and put that paper inside of one of those little clear plastics or a picture frame, and now you got that on your setup. That was a gem right there. Then you want to have them scan that QR code, but let's say you're doing that at an event. Well, if you're doing that at an event, you're going to know that these subscribers came from that specific event. So when you go back to communicate with them, to send something out to them, you're going to let them know, thank you for connecting with me at this event, or it was a pleasure seeing you at this event. You're going to customize it or personalize it directly to them. So that's the purpose of your list. Now, confirmations, you have different options. You don't have to do an email confirmation, but I recommend you do a email confirmation. And it goes back to this GDPR compliance that we talked about. You want to stay compliant when you are sending out emails. You have to get people's permission before you send an email out to them. You have to get an opt-in link, all of those things, right? So for us, we're just going to do confirm. After, I'm just gonna leave it as is, but you can go in and update this. After they submit it, you can send them to your website, you can send them to somewhere else, and so forth. So, and you can create your own templates. That'll be a whole different section, or you can use the templates that are you can use the default template. So for this training or this session, I'm just going to show you guys by using a default template, but you can always go in to create your own template, which is something that I highly recommend, to create your own templates, right? And then we'll go, let's choose this one, default final confirmation. Next. So now that we have that, these are going to be the messages that they see. So your subscription has been successful. So I would customize this. I probably would change this, thank you for becoming a Truebie, or something of that nature. If you don't know, Truebies is what I call my community. Truebies are people who are true to themselves, true to where they are, true to where they've been, and true to where they're looking to go, right? And so you would customize those things. And then here's your link. So what you would get is, this is the page that you want to get to, right? And there's a couple of things here. So the first thing you're going to see is your link, which you can copy and paste, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. You can download your QR code, which I just talked about the QR code and how to put it onto a form so people can scan the QR code. You can always preview your form here before you even leave out of here and select done. So that way you can see if it's something that you like. These are for like the websites and things of that nature or blogs. If you have a website or a blog or any of those things, then this is good for that because you can embed this form onto your website, right? So let's say if we click on preview form, this is the same form that we just created. Now, of course, I didn't be fancy with it. You can add photos to this. You can do all of the things. And I just showed you how to do that by utilizing your blocks. So now when a person goes to subscribe, I don't know what I'm writing. Okay. And they hit subscribe, confirm your subscription. We need to confirm your email address to complete the subscription process. So they sent this link to my email. This is everything that we just confirmed. Now remember, you don't have to do this step. It's just a recommended step. Sometimes, and I guess you want to think about both things. If you know that your audience is lazy, you want to find a way to be able to just get their email without them having to do all of this, then you can just skip past these. If you're like me and you're wanting to be a stickler, then go right ahead and make sure that you put that information in, or you make it to where they have to do that. So that's how you preview your form. And then once it's done, it's going to create, well, I didn't actually confirm it yet, but once it's done, you're going to see that the contact goes here to your list, and then you'll also be able to click on contacts and see that it will go here as well. But I'm already subscribed, so I'm subscribed to the email and SMS. So again, that's how you create your email subscription, and that's how you share it out. So what you would do with this link is you would take this link and you would put it in your link in the bio. You will put it in your you will put it in your link in the bio. You will put it in your link tree. You will put it in your Popple, any of those things. And remember, the whole purpose, the whole goal of this is to build your community offline as well, because you want to be able to access your people. You want to be able to get to your people at all times. You want to be able to send your people special announcements or special services or special discounts or whatever it is, special videos. Maybe before your videos ever hit TikTok, it's going out to your subscribers. Maybe it's going out, via email. Maybe there's special checklist or something that's included. Whatever it is, maybe it's an ebook that you've included. Whatever it is, because your lane might be different than my lane. You want to make sure that you are collecting that information so that you can stay in touch with your community. It is essential to build your community on and off of line. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of doing the email list. We'll get inside of the community, we'll get into like how to create email sequences. I actually have some that's already for y'all. I'll put it inside of the Discord where literally you just have to copy and paste and plug in your information. But it's a whole sequence of your welcome email, your follow-up email, and so forth. And then also, like I tell y'all all the time, ChatGPT is your best friend. As long as you know how to train it, you'll be good. Like, you'll be good to go. So those are that's simply how you do it. That is how you create your email forms, your sign up forms, and that's how you send them out to people or get people to register. Now, when you are doing things like going live, when you are creating videos, when you are have people in your subscription, when you meet people out, you can always direct them to this form. You direct them to this form so that they can sign up and register, for your email list. Don't be that person that give people emails and then don't send them anything at all. Make sure that you're actually communicating with them, even if it's just once a month. Maybe when you want to get to the point where you're sending it out, maybe once a week, maybe 2 times a week. But again, even if it's only once a month, just make sure you're communicating with your community, because that's the whole goal. That's the whole purpose, is to build with your community. So that's how you create your email or that's how you create your emails. We'll go into campaigns at another time, because emails are great for creating campaigns. Y'all see it now where y'all see things like the Community Fest. That's a campaign. You see how TikTok runs all of these different campaigns to get people engaged engaged, get people pushed out. Well, you can do the same thing for your community, for your brand, for your business. And the way that you do that, again, that's a whole nother conversation, but you're creating hype around whatever the offer is. You're leading people up to it. You're enticing people. You're giving sneak peeks and so forth. So I'll have to put how to create a campaign and launch a campaign inside of the community, inside of the subscription, and we'll go over that. If you're looking for some free videos for it, I do have some on my YouTube, which that link is inside of my bio. But on my YouTube channel, I actually have a playlist with how to launch a 2-day campaign, and it walks you through all of the steps. The other thing I'm going to show y'all really quickly is a landing page and what it looks like. I'm not going to show y'all how to do it, but I just want to show y'all. She's outside. I want to show y'all what it actually looks like. Now, I have 2 of them up that I have maybe 3 of them up that I've created. So this is one that I created for a mentorship that I did. Clearly, it was back in April, but remember the form. So I just showed y'all how to create this. So now you see in real time how I'm utilizing it, how I'm doing it for myself. So what you see is this is the form I created. It has my brand colors on there. Enter your details below to get your checklist and reserve your spot in a 5-day mentorship. We'll send the checklist to your email and reach out with training details. This is what I was talking about when I said you have to get their permission. So I consent to receive email notifications, alerts, and occasional email marketing communication from True Creatives Management, LLC. Message frequency varies. We value your privacy and won't spam. Let me actually copy and paste this so I can put this in the community, because y'all can actually use this. Y'all can actually take this and literally just plug in y'all name, because this is I don't know why it's not letting me. It's my mouse, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's my mouse. I don't know. I think I dropped it or something. Okay, maybe I need to just write it down and I'll retype it. Okay, whatever. Here we go. I'll just rewrite the I in there. All right, so this gives them the ability to, continue to reserve your spot. And then down here, privacy policy and terms of service. I actually have this written out in a template as well that I can share with y'all. But you want to have your privacy policy and terms of service. On that form that I just showed y'all how to create, where the blocks are, there is a tab for being able to create this. Make sure you add your privacy policy in terms of service. Make sure you add a checkbox for consent on top of collecting their name and email. What I just showed you was a very, the final version I showed you was very generic, but the steps that I showed you and the information that I gave you was to show you exactly how it should look. Now, again, this is what it should look like. You should make sure and not that it has to look like this visually. You can add photos, you can do whatever you like to do, but make sure that you have your hook on there. Make sure you're collecting their name and their email. You can even collect their phone number if you want to. Make sure that you have a consent button on there. Make sure that you have your privacy policy in terms of service on there. That is that compliance piece that you keep hearing me talk about. Now, landing pages, this is what the landing page look like. I'll show you another one that I've done as well, but this is one that I created, and this is what I was talking about when I say they're going to land on it. Maybe they clicked on that and they're like, I don't want to give you my email. Why do I need to give you my email? So this is giving them more information. I'm giving you a live training plus a checklist, and then you need to enroll before registration closes, right? This is letting you know. I'm giving them, we call this a tripwire. This says register now. Yes, I want to attend. Register now. So this is actually, you're a service-based business, then I want to help you improve your customer service. I, for the life of me, could not understand why I could not keep clients satisfied after working 18 years in the customer service industry. Then I realized I was treating my business like it was a job, and that's a no-no. So I mastered a few things, and I want to teach you those things in my 5-day mentorship. So if you click the link below, not only will you get a bonus checklist, you'll also get access to my 5-day mentorship where I'm teaching you how when I go back and I talk about service, so for mine, you don't have to be this fancy. You don't have to have a video. When I'm talking about landing pages, again, remember, we're trying to get their email. Everybody is not just going to give you their information. So with that being said, We went back, we gave them more information about what they're going to get. We gave them a tripwire, we gave them a video. You can have a photo, you can have a video, you can do whatever it is that you like to do. When it in regards to creating your landing page, again, you want to remind them now what's included. You're letting them know what's included. This is the same thing when I talked about keeping them updated, when I talked about adding value to them, the things you're going to be giving them. And for you, because again, we were talking about creating your email list, right? You're going to let them know what they're going to get from your email list. Why should I give you my email? So you are giving them all of those details. Now, these are real reviews from real clients of mine. So this one was Vajesty. I work with True Creatives and the results were great. I went from having 1 to 2 sales a week on my Shopify store to 1 to 2 sales a day. True put systems in place that increased my revenue. True also managed my Amazon ad campaigns, and I went from 1 to 2 sales a month to 12 sales a month in just 30 days. I was able to see a difference in my business. I'm extremely happy with my results. Thank you, True Creatives. That is a real review from a real customer. Hey, Goddess, welcome in. Thank you for being a subscriber. Let's see. I don't know if I can. I can't pin you. I like to pin my subscribers, but make sure that y'all are following Goddess. If y'all are in the preview and y'all are only seeing the preview, this live, even though it's only for subscribers, Goddess, because you are a subscriber, the highlights will be posted inside of the private community. Today we were just going over, thank you for grabbing your daily heart me. I greatly appreciate you. We are going over how to create a email registration form. So I went over all of those things inside of this video, and if you go into the private community, that is there as well. That's perfect for people who are, whether you are trying to build your community on and off of TikTok, whether you have a business or whether you're trying to start a business. All three of these things still apply. So make sure that you go in and you check those things out. Thank you for being a troop. So again, y'all, back to the landing page. This is it. So you are giving them reason to why they should subscribe to your email list, right? And so for me, I know that people thrive off of reviews. So again, this is, if you go to Google, you'll find this is as a real review. I give them more information about myself, and then I tell them to register. So that's one example of a landing page. Another one I'll show y'all is this one. And if y'all have questions, like don't hesitate to put it in the chat. Now, I don't know how it works if you're not a subscriber, because if you're not a subscriber, I don't even know if you can ask questions. But that's all the more reason to become a subscriber. Thank you so much for sending those gifts. Thank you. I appreciate you. So this was another one that we did for building up the community. As y'all know, I work as a program manager, and so I help them with their day-to-day tasks. And so this was something we did called the funding formula. So this was another one. Now remember, we're letting them know that, so this was actually a timer that was up here to let them know when registration closed. And so this is telling them that hook that we're talking about. The same way you create a hook on TikTok when you create a video, you're going to do that on your landing pages or on your forms, on your email forms. So again, that email form, you see how it popped up? I just showed y'all how to create one of these. You can have it pop up on your landing page, or you can just have it directly in your link in bio or your link tree or any of those things. Now for this one, remember, our hook is essentially this first line, I think, that stands out. We're collecting their full name and their email. Remember, I told you you can ask questions. So here's this. I'm getting an understanding of my audience. You want to start a nonprofit? You want to grow a nonprofit? You want to fund your nonprofit? What does this do? This will help you tailor your communications. It will help you tailor your emails that you're sending out to people. It's going to help you by letting you know who exactly it is that you are talking to in the first place, right? And so thank you for tapping that screen. Let's see if we can get us to 1,000 likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in and showing love. And so let's see. All right. So, okay, boom. So we get that. So remember, these are the two, we need to make sure that they are consenting to what it is that we are they are consenting to being able to subscribe to our email list so that we can actually send them communications without getting in trouble, right? So again, something that entices them. So this is what I was talking about when I said add photos. Thank you for getting us to 1.1K likes. We just hit 2 milestones inside of this live alone. We got 1.2K likes and we moved up to League D1, top 100%. We are almost there. We are almost to the C League. Thank you. Thank you so much, Goddess. We are almost to the C League, y'all, because y'all are showing love. So I appreciate y'all being a part of my community. Whether you just stopped in and you're previewing a live or whether you are a subscriber, I greatly appreciate you. I hope the information that I provide you is of value. It's something you can do something with. And if it's something else you need to see, let me know so that I know how to serve you. I am here to serve you. I am here to assist you. So if there's something you need, if you're like, okay, I'm not at the point of creating emails yet, but I am at this point, let me know so that I can assist you, right? All right, so this one, again, same thing. We give them multiple spaces to be able to register. We let them know what it's about. You see this repeated theme right here where we're letting them know what they are going to receive from subscribing, what they are going to receive from giving us their information, giving us their email, what they're going to learn when they come to that thing. And so yours don't have to be this fancy. No, it does not. But again, it's attractive. It attracts people to it. And I'm going to show y'all one more landing page before we get out of here, right? And this one was for a client. Boom. This one was for a client who is selling a book. So you might be an author, right? And so that's another thing. So look, theirs is a video as well.
As y'all can see, man, there's a lot of new stuff going on. I got a suit on. I got a new team. Shout out to the True and shout out to Meech. They've helped me reimagine and redesign the Power of Local, which is available now. Look at my bio. Power of Local out now.
See, and this was not a paid ad. He paid me. I didn't pay him to mention my name. He paid me, right? But the whole thing is, this is where now people, and he's actually made sales. I can't log in to show y'all his sales, but he's actually made sales from this landing page. So when we talk about building our community on and offline, when we talk about getting our community not just on social media, but converting them over to a community of people who support us, support what we're building, support what we're growing, this is what I'm talking about. And so for this one, again, the hook, uncover what's in front of you. The other hook, are you feeling like there's no opportunity left in your city, right? The solution, and also the tripwire. This is what we call the tripwire. Sign up now to get your free guide to start making the most of where you live, right? And then this goes in and it tells you more about the product or the service that he is offering. He shows, now when we talk about proof of concept, so on mine, I had reviews, but on his, you see him out there in the public with people. And this is actually a good book. So I'm not promoting it, but I am promoting it to let y'all know if y'all go to poweroflocal.org, you can purchase this book. There is an ebook or it's also on Amazon. So for this client, I created the landing page. I created the email sign up. I created the behind the scenes systems for him. And then I actually published his book for him. So we did the design and the publishing to have it on Amazon. So yeah, look, FAQ. So you get all of this today. You can get the Power Local, the ebook for only $9.99, or you can go on to Amazon to get it. And then I love timers. So this is another feature you can do. Now the software that I just gave y'all, I don't think their free version gives you timers. This is actually a software that I sell, that I created these landing pages on, the 3 that I just showed y'all. But yeah, this is that. And so now people can sign up for their email list. So it's not a game when I say follow up. And let me give you this one more thing. This client right here, I met at InvestFest like 2 or 3 years ago, and then I followed up with them a year later, and they came and made a purchase, and this is what we created from that. So that's the input. And how did I follow up with them? I got their email. So that's the purpose. Thank you for getting us to 2.1K likes. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the community fest. Thank you for supporting the community. Thank you for being a part of the community. So yes, I see some of y'all are viewing and y'all are only watching the preview, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I hope you gained something from the preview. But for my troops that are in the room, I appreciate y'all for being subscribers. Again, you're going to get the full video, the full highlights of this. And if there is something extra that you need to know, if there's other details you need to know, if you need me to go back and break it down some more, don't hesitate to put it in the community. What? Okay, so they just gave me a restriction. I don't know. Yeah, my content doesn't. They gave me a restriction. I don't know what it is, but I have to appeal it. So I'm going to get out of here. And again, I'm going to post the highlights for y'all. Elena, you just missed some great information. But because you're a troop as well, I'm going to go ahead and post it inside of the community. So, yeah, they gave me a restriction. Let's see what it is. Because, okay. Because it primarily directs people off of the platform. This is in line with the For You fee eligibility requirements under your community guidelines. Okay. Because I'm showing you guys how to create an email sign up. That's why it's doing that. Okay. So I will post the highlights. Again, the whole goal was to show y'all how to create one of these email lists. But they did just give me a restriction. But I mean, I'm going to just take that one to the chin because this is information that y'all needed to know. And then again, I know, Elena, you specifically asked that question about how to create those forms and where to put them. So I went ahead, and that's what this video was about. It showed you how to create the form, and then it showed you how to access that link to put it inside of your link in bio or wherever it is you need to place it. Now, if y'all have any extra questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm going to go ahead. And again, this one, I just showed y'all exactly like how to do it. So I'll go ahead and post these highlights inside of the private community. I'm going to jump off of the live because I don't know how that works. Let me see. Wait, I appealed it. Did they, what's the name of it? Nope, it's in progress. Okay, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of the live just because they gave me that restriction. And I don't want to get in no more trouble, but I know it was information that y'all needed. So I hope it was useful to y'all. And if y'all have extra questions, make sure that you subscribe or that you ask your questions in the subscriptions if you are already a subscriber. So love y'all much. I will see y'all tomorrow, Monday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, I'll be on there at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time as well for a prayer call. But then at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be talking about how to grow your business utilizing TikTok. So I will see y'all tomorrow.